Right, I've just snagged a problem on the first one of these. This isn't the first one, by the way. Where is it? Yeah, so I just snagged a problem drilling this hole. Now this is the rebaited hole because, where is it? The hole's larger in the bottom in this half of the clamp, and it's only threaded in the top bit. So I was just counter drilling that, and I've struck a bit of a problem. Because these are all different, slightly angled when they're on there, it's pushing the drill to one side. It might not look much of a slope, and really isn't much of a slope, but it's causing the drill to be pushed to one side, and I don't want that. So which means I'm going to have to do this step next, which of course is this area here. But of course I want to do repeatability. There's not much grip in the vise if I just held just the part. So what I'm doing is, they're all going in the fixture plate, but to help make sure they're all in the right place, I'm going to drill a hole in here and put an 8mm bolt up through it with a taper on it. It will help centralise this part. That should be okay. Last time I used this on the other way up, which is the operation you've just seen, I had the corner of the vise to hit against the part, so you know, I had several points of stop. On this one I haven't, so this is what I'm going to do. I could scribe it and just wing it. I'm thinking about that now, actually. Winging it. Right, I've just realised I had an error in my plan. There's a shock. I had this keyway installed so I could slide it up and down the slots accurately without it wobbling too far from one side to the other. But because this offset for this curve. And remember me when I'd done this one originally, it wasn't superbly accurate, but it was close. But checking against the genuine one, I can't get where I need to be. And the centre point of that, if my CAD drawing is accurate, that is where I'm just checking on the drawing. I'll show you on the drawing as well. It is approximately here, right between my two thumbnails, just off. So I've got to move it in two axes. I've got to move it over one way and forward. So of course forward wasn't the problem, but I couldn't move it over because of the keyway. So this lovely little piece of machining here that I did, yeah, okay, rightio, just is not going to work. All I can come up with at the moment is 2 T-slots bolts that would allow me to do this. Now that does leave part of the fixture plate slightly vulnerable, but if it doesn't line up with anything on the fixture table, I've probably going to end up with the possibility of putting a clamp at least on one of them. I can do something. I will do something. So here we go again. I know where the centre of the table is because I've got that marked. So from there I should then be able to move my pointer over to where the centre axis of this curvature is, and then put this underneath it, and theoretically, all being well, I should then be able to do that curve. We'll see yet about that, because I'm not convinced it is as even a curve as it first appears. But first of all, let's get this in the right place. Right, what I've done is simply screwed in a stud into the top of the fixture there, and I have then put it in the jaw of the chuck, basically. Then moved the axis over 5.5mm one way and 5mm the other way. I've got the jaws, or I've got the rotary table axis in such a way that I could move it at the same time. So they're both loose. As you see, the whole fixture is loose at the moment, but it's fixed in that centre point. It can only rotate there. So I've managed to move this one in a bit closer to the centre. This one I can't do anything about. Yes, so I've got those two I can use. There's room on the back side here to put a clamp, albeit not very good. What it's going to sit on is going to be very slim, but it will serve a purpose to give at least 3 fixings for the plate onto the table. So I'm going to bolt these two down. I'll put the clamp on and I'll bring you back in a second. Right, so as you can see, I've managed to get another clamp on there. A little bit Heath Robinson, but it works. This plate is 9mm thick, that's about 9.6, so it's giving a little bit of downward clamp. That's close enough anyway. And I'm using my long T slot that I made. No particular reason, but that's the one I'm using in there anyway. So I've got 3 points of clamp now, and they're all done up firmly. So now I've just got to find the correct orientation to get that curve machined. So that's the next step. I'll find the correct position for that. I'll bring you back in a second. bye.